Bachelor's Way, making secondhand chic. Welcome back to our basement project. Last time we talked about the built-ins here on the other end, and now we're going to jump clear to the other end to a very similar cabinet, but this one was a lot easier than the first cabinet. We started just with the middle section. We're going to add a top, and I'm going to add some drawers on the bottom. This really only took me one day. I had all my kids take a little shift helping me all day, and by the end of the day, it was pretty much done. So let's take a look at the video. Ash and I started by taking everything out of it and kind of stripping it down, taking all the trim off. It was much easier than the first one. It wasn't like a bunch of glue. It just kind of unscrewed and we could take each piece apart. So we kind of took it down to the basics, and then I took the bottom off and I had to cut the edge off. So I just took it off and went and cut it on the table saw. And I had to cut the back off. And so we just kind of went piece by piece until we had it cut down to the size we wanted. Once it was the size I wanted, I just kind of started putting it back together with all the smaller pieces. Okay, I wanted the reveal at the top to match the reveal of the one on the other side of the room, so they looked like they went together. So we had to cut down the top just a little bit, but we measured and cut each side as we rotated around. Top section done, then I started on the base. And then really the base was just made out of scraps of wood that we had, that we pulled off of other pieces or what we had laying around. And I literally created a double drawer base out of scrap. Okay, after one day, I had this. And it might not look like much, but it's going to be amazing and spectacular. Now let's jump back over to the fireplace wall. Do you remember these two pieces that we bought to go on either side of the TV, but they didn't really work there? We ended up bringing them over here and putting them on either side of the fireplace. We pretty much did the same thing we did before. If you have questions, put them in the comments below and I'll try and answer them. Okay, so now all of our basic pieces of furniture that we had purchased for these two walls were installed. You know, we'd stripped them down, ripped them down, and now it was time to start adding to them. The first thing we added is we wanted an open section at the top of all of these built-ins on these two walls. So we just built them, and most of them were built out of scrap wood that was left over that we'd ripped off of the pieces already, like the backs and the sides and pieces we'd cut off, or things that we had working or laying around in the workshop. And like I said, they were just basic boxes without a bottom, and we used the Craig jig to kind of help attach them to the existing pieces, and we just built them and installed each one piece at a time. So here's just a view of the two on the fireplace wall. And here's what it looked like before with the two that are on either side of the TV, and then once we added the top sections. Okay, stick with me. I know it still looks kind of weird and funny, but it's gonna look amazing, and it saves you so much money to do it this way. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe and follow along. Thanks, bye.